Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. I swear to Christ, if I end up starting going into labor, like, on live and shit. No, 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 no. That was weird. Sometimes it feels like he's rubbing my, like, the inside of my vagina area. Like, like it's pressing, and so, like, I really have to... It's not a pooping sensation, and it's not a peeing sensation. It's pressure on my vagina. And, like, it's very... I don't know, like, it's
Hey,
almost, like, swollen.
Delicious.
So it feels like it's even from the outside. Like it gets, I don't know if it's
came
contractions
into
or
a
what,
very
but that's
interesting
freaking
description.
Out. Ugh, I'm so gross. I know I talk about everything on
Hey,
here, but
Snow
it's
Bunny.
part of it. Okay.
I saw this lady was on live.
Oh yeah,
I was
chocolate
some
and
Animal
peanut butter. It is
Crossing
so good.
earlier,
I'm telling you. And then with the banana
I
in
didn't
there,
see that she went live,
delicious.
but here I am
Absolutely
now.
Delicious. I say go for it. Definitely go and try it, especially if they've got the buy one get one this week. And whomever watches, that's all of them, but you have to have the app for it. So I had to download that. The third child is generally neglected, and then beyond that, so my parents had 5 children, and they couldn't really give us all that individualized attention, but they did offer me a lot more outlets to be creative. So my parents would get me colored pencils, they'd get me crayons. They knew that I was just a very innocent, creative child, and I was expressive and imaginative. So they kind of like played on that. You know, they knew I was talented. They knew that there was something different about the way that I perceived life.
Grinch.
And that's why I was always so dramatic and artistic.
I'm
and possibly autistic. And they didn't even realize it because I just went along with everything. And I still do. I go along with people because I want to see where their mind is at, and if they hurt me, it's on them. It's none of my business. I'm not actually like, I don't feel like I'm a victim. I feel like I'm just, well, and I guess it's a victim of circumstance. Make yourself out to
be a victim a lot.
Really,
hi, Tia.
I feel like I don't.
It's my phone number.
It's humiliating to see it as being a victim.
So
it really is.
It's
more
something
like me
you want me to stream,
I gave you the benefit of the doubt, and it's your fault.
You can call
stop
me.
It. Like, I didn't just play along with it. I
call
knew
into
better.
The stream,
and you knew better and quit. Stop that. Just like when I was telling December 4th, don't touch me like that. That's not okay. And he went ahead with it anyway.
Yeah, that's basically what that's for.
So, and that was when we were like making out in the parking lot, where I was like, ew, pulling away from him when he was trying to kiss on me. Would I accept those kisses now? Fuck yes. I don't know what it is. I'm really, like, horny. I know that sounds really bad. This is terrible. This is completely terrible. Completely. But I'm like, it's because I'm hormonal from the pregnancy, and I understand that, and I want to engage with the father of the child. I don't want to engage and fornicate with random people. I just wanted the father, and I told him that too. I was like, can you please just give me that at the very least? Let's do it until this thing is born. But then he was doing somebody else. So why would I want him near me? That's disgusting. Stay away from me. You're unclean. You're impure. And no thank you. And I understand that I had faltered around, you know, Valentine's Day, but still. Oh my God, something's pressing. Something's pressing. Oh my God.
She's outside of
between my legs.
A Tesco.
Oh, that's terrible. That's perverse. Let's see.
She's in a Tesco parking lot. Or no, maybe Costco.
Yeah.
No, that's too small to be a Costco.
Really, like, I don't even feel like he's very up high, right? Like, it looks like he's still sitting up high.
Yeah,
Sometimes
I can't
when I wake
either.
Up, it feels like he is shifted down. But then when I start getting up, my uterus, it feels like it's really bloated on the top. So then, like, it feels really weird. Like it wants to just pop out. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. No, 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 no. I'm freaking out. Freaking out. Okay. I'm scared.
I don't know what that store is.
I'm very scared. I was born into a
yeah,
very
she's live right
family,
now.
And I explained
I missed
some of
about
that in the other video
45
too.
minutes
you know, just
because
my
I was
extended
playing
relatives and everything,
stupid
just a
Switch
few
games
things about that.
And didn't realize
okay
she was
right
live.
Now.
But
at this very moment, I'm okay. Buy a toy, I can't get you pregnant. I didn't want to have sex. And then I went willingly and had sex afterward, and I felt like a whore, of course.
So it was
I felt like a whore, of
consensual.
course.
There we go. We got it. It wasn't
Sounds
great.
like it rhymes almost. Okay. Sure, he will be abused if he's adopted, because then he won't be around his biological family, and like that hurts people too. People don't even realize how much like
Hi, Dizzy.
how many detrimental effects that happens, like that has on the brain of a child. Oh God.
You get my.
Yeah.
I don't think she's going to a hospital.
I actually love them still. I just wish they weren't crazy. I wish.
She's talked so much about not wanting to go to the hospital in various ways of
What the fuck?
various ideas of how to have a birth outside of a
What the
hospital. So
Did you just say?
I don't think she's going.
Oh my God, don't tell me that. You mentioned you had preeclampsia with the first. That is very dangerous, and your second is not always easier. My first was 3 hours, second was 22 hours, and I almost died.
Uh-oh.
I am shitting bricks right now. I don't know what
Still
the fuck
not gonna go to the hospital.
I'm horrified. You know what? I have been gassy. And I don't know, and I guess it's just the pressure of it, and I've been
Thanks for
farting all
letting
kinds of
us
crazy
know.
the last couple days. Let's be honest, pregnancy is not the most lovely thing. It's fucking scary. And, like, the men do it, and then they reject us. Like, oh, you're gross now. Like, you got fat, and also, too, you're farting and eating everything. Well, no shit, Sherlock. I wonder why. Like, creating fucking demons for you? Yeah. Little shits.
Demons.
Running around demanding titty goblins. Sucking up all of our beauty and everything through our teats. God damn.
She talks like talk about baby like it's a parasite.
I
Yeah,
wish I
either in
could
a
have
car, a
stuff for
hotel
the
room.
baby, but I'm
She's
very
talked about a
scared. I
kiddie
feel like-
pool in a
and it's all dependent on like how good I am.
in a
I try to
parking
be
lot.
good.
But
I
I
just don't
think
know
the
what to
car is
do,
probably
and
most
I'm
likely.
scared, and I don't want to interact with anybody. I'll do the best I can. I always do. I think I'm okay. I don't think I need to go in. No. They might want to keep me or something. They might want to say, like, you're mentally ill, you're homeless. And I don't think I could lie. I don't think I would want to lie.
She's wanted in 3 states.
Not
Yes,
who I
she needs
am.
to get her
I try to
tubes
be as
tied.
honest as I possibly can. My due date is September
And she's
4th.
she's talking about
hopefully-
wanting to have another kid after this
Hopefully
one.
he'll stay until to then? Like, hopefully?
Absolutely
Aww.
insane.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Perverted uncles and shit, yeah. I wouldn't want my ashes to be mixed either with people that are really, toxic in that
Yeah,
way,
I
never
think that's where
repented.
she is
'Cause
right
then you're
now.
not really fully healed. You're still toxic. You're still damaged. You can't just expect that,
don't take my word for that,
seeking
but I
God's
think
forgiveness
so.
on your deathbed is really going to work. You have to make efforts. Try. That's why it's like I understand people tell me too, try, get a job. A job isn't placing effort. That would hurt me more. Because then I'd have to work, and then my psychological well-being would, it would be bad. I've had a lot of medical care for this baby. I've had a lot of ultrasounds too, which I was kind of worried about. But they just wanted to check, I guess, to make sure. I don't know. I think they injected me with something. And that's why they were trying to check the baby. And they were like, oh my God, let's make sure that it's okay. Because we've got all this crazy stuff. We're putting in injections in women. And this one hasn't had any vaccines. So this one's got perfect this and this.
What
and
the
whatever
fuck
we're
is she talking about?
experimenting. And the populace doesn't even know. Yeah.
Psycho.
Aw, that's sweet. Aw, you're sweet. Facebook group, that's sweet. I like when you're nice. I don't really necessarily want to ask anything of anybody, though. 29 hours? God damn it, no. No, I have to pee. And I know that's not pee. I just know that was the baby shifting. I went to a state.
I think she already has truly hurt the
I'm
baby.
scared. I don't know anybody, and I'm scared. I'm very scared. September 2nd.
She's literally
Hopefully,
punched
if
her
I can
stomach
manage to
in,
last until then and be comfortable.
tried to kill
because
herself
sometimes
with
I have contractions
Tylenol
and I'm very
PM
concerned he's gonna
handfuls
come out
of
while
it.
I'm walking in the grocery store or something. Very scared.
Yeah, the poor nutrition. Hotel or the car?
Aww. That's sad. I'm sorry, Tiffany.
Yeah, I think she's doing some other drugs, maybe.
I want to go to England. That would be fun. Aw. Yeah. I like to be treated with respect. Who doesn't? Hopefully they won't be mean.
It wasn't just a punch. It was many.
They say he's a boy. So, but if there's, I swear to God, if there's more than one in there too, what am I supposed to do with two of them too? And they say there's just one. They're like, no, there's just one, but you never know. There's like all these horror stories where it's like, oh, and it's not a horror story. Most people are really like happy. But I don't have a dad for this baby, so how am I supposed to be happy? It would be lovely. Twins would be lovely. They'd be so cute, too. I'd be like, oh my God, where'd you get that ugly curly hair? Your mom. Your mom. Where'd you get your weirdness? You want to play cards? You want to go stomp around and
I'm worried about
strangle
that
things
too,
and shoot things?
Mindalicious.
You get that from your father. Yep. Stomp around, I just mean like in general. Like, he wasn't actually very vulgar in that way. I always say that, right? Recently, I just can't. It's because I have lack of sleep and everything in that way. I hope they won't be so fucked up in the hospital. Oh, I was going to tell you too. So,
I know, right? Mindalicious.
my dad texts me. He never texts me. I haven't talked to him in years. And then when I talked to him for a little bit when I was around my mom this last time, he got my number and we messaged back and forth, and he just sent me a message saying, I hope you're okay. And I was just like, that's kind of nice. Like, I didn't mind my dad when he stopped molesting me. Like, that was really sad and I would cry, and that's why he kind of stopped. He got emotionally sort of more understanding when I got older, because I told him, I said, I just can't have you touching me like that. It confuses me. It makes me very sad because I know that my body's meant for someone else. And so my father and I had straight conversations. I was actually very open to my family, and I've always been very open and communicative to the people around me. Well, that's what upsets and offends people, because they can't handle the truth a lot of times. My father, on the other hand, he does have some remorse. He does have some, and I always said, like, well, no, I want him to suffer. I want him. He's not understanding. Like, he still damaged my life forever because he couldn't just respect me as a little girl. And that's true. That is completely true. Do I still blame him to this day? Well,
that's a good question.
Is actually why I turned out the way I did, and the men have allowed.
I haven't really thought about that.
I've allowed men to take advantage of me because I didn't have a proper father figure in that way, in the appropriate way. And instead it was sort of a dysfunctional way. And I tried very hard to look up to my father. Let me try and Google to look up to my mother. And I tried very hard to just appreciate them through the words of God, and understanding that they were there for me to tend to me and no one else did, and they sheltered me and clothed me and fed me, and that is a blessing. It's not actually it's not mandatory for everyone to get that. It's not. And it's sickening to think that
I typed in, if I am homeless, can I keep my child after I give birth?
Without anything or
you
anyone.
Have 3 possibilities if you're
like
pregnant and homeless.
The man
you have the options of keeping the child and raising it ending
and
the
it was really gross, believe
pregnancy
me.
or placing
He
the child for
said
adoption.
he had no one. And so when he was talking about like his dog and everything, that's when I knew. He said, well, the only thing I don't want is for them to take this dog from me. And I was like, oh my God. And he had only had the dog for like a week or so, or a couple weeks, and I felt like so just I felt so sorry for him because I thought he's trying really, really hard, but he's also very naughty.
This is from a legal site. I'm 4 days away from delivering a newborn baby. I'm currently hopeless. Will CPS take my baby away from the hospital? That you're still doing. And some lawyer says,
continue on.
Probably not.
Thank you. I appreciate the donation very much. Thank you.
Try to have a place to go if the child is born.
So like I was saying.
Another says, I would think not, just for that,
Stacy
as long as
is what it said. So thank you. Thank you for your donation. I really feel like there are times where I don't
But if you've already had one involuntary parental rights termination, meaning you went to trial and the judge decided the way, not where you voluntarily I can't say that word. I'm
I wanted
dumb.
to tell you about the men
that does provide them with a
and,
legal
like,
basis for taking any future child away you may
with the
have.
father, but I don't understand
So,
why today. I guess I'm just really hormonal.
I guess
just
they could
completely
because
infatuated with him. I don't even know. It must be
they
like
could
a
take
form
it
of
away
love,
because
but
her
I
first
just
child
want to
was taken away from her and is with the dad.
love on him like in a really perverse way. I don't know if it was anything to do with the fact that I was getting macked on so hard today, or what, or the shift in my body again. More likely it's all of it. But all I want to do is just freak. I want to freak. And
I want to freak.
I feel horrible for that. Because I'm like, I'm not married to this dude. I'm just having his baby. What does that even mean? I feel like I need to be with him. I feel like I need to. It's not even a want. I need to be with him right now. And like I want so badly, to just get freaky. I'm sorry, but no. I don't know what happened between him and I that I think it was just his demand of my body, and that was it. But and then he went off and did shit with someone else.
She's also
no,
wanted in three different states.
And I have to realize, like, no,
so if they
have
run
some
a
dignity,
record,
have some self-respect and some self-restraint.
They're gonna see
don't
that.
Think those thoughts. Don't have that feeling, because then that just has them control you in that way, in that manner, controlling people. No, thank you. I don't know. And so then I was telling you about my dad and told you about my brother. So they were saying something about that I'd lost my ally, and I was like, my brother's not really my ally. He says a lot of stuff, but then the naughty things he does, I can't even have respect for that. So how could anybody respect his word?
They're gonna take the baby from her.
As a good character witness, if he's not,
they're gonna steal her baby that she wants.
Sort of, they tell me to get a job. I know he's
the
got
devil
a felony,
thing that she wants.
People, and I always
they're gonna take it away from her. That's why she's scared.
Me. That didn't hurt that much at that time, but I'm just saying, like, he would have rather chose to stay in the room and annoy the shit out of me than to just give up the space for a little while and go to his house and suffer in the heat.
Like I've seen
you want me to suffer in the heat. Okay.
Quite a lot of various gore on my days in the internet.
You're such an angel. You don't want to give back to the universe
yeah,
and the
what are you
world
looking
around
for?
you because you're greedy, and we all understand that. You've always been privileged. You've always had that.
Yeah,
everybody's
text the number.
Doting on
hey,
you,
as above, so
and
below.
I'm thinking, whatever.
I fucking love your profile picture.
I know. I need to park in the parking lot of the hospital. That's funny. Oh, I send my love too. I know, daddy issues for sure. Like, I try really hard to just be nice to my dad because I don't remember him ever, like, doing me, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Either I blocked it out when I was a child or whatever, but he didn't like, he was always playing with my sister. And I'm glad that she stuck around for so long to get the brunt of it. And I feel terrible saying that because, like, I didn't want anybody to go through that, for one. And then for my sister to be the strong one and just take a majority of it, and she stood up for me all the time. And I don't know if it was also underlying jealousy to where she was like, she was upset because I would get any attention at all.
Oh, and I figured out where your username came from.
Actually, when we grew up, she would say things to me like I was the ugly sister. And I knew that was just her deflecting because I love my sister very much. But comparably, you know, I did get the more cushy lifestyle. And everybody says, well, Leticia's just spoiled. She's always just been spoiled. Well, I don't want to suffer. I don't want to work hard like everyone says. I feel like the universe will just offer me what it needs to offer me, and that's just what it is. I don't care about money. I don't care about whatever, these stupid numbers. I'm a human being, and I should be respected as such. And I'm also now a mother, and all of this other BS, and I'm like, whatever. Like, yes, that's entitlement. I see that. I get that. I'm not stupid. But I was born in this body. I wasn't born in, you know, another country. I wasn't born in a third world country. I wasn't born, you know, even in Mexico. I was born here in the United States, in Madison, Wisconsin. And so I feel like there should be, and I know I sound very strange to people. I do believe it was because I went to parochial school. I had a really good education, and I love my parents for that. Completely adore them for that because it helped me to engage with the world intellectually,
pretty
as opposed
dumb.
to being violated even more. I am very smart for being dumb. And I get that. I'm not trying to say
you said it.
I don't
You're
make
dumb.
mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, and that's what the learning curve is for. That's what the
what
learning.
the fuck are you talking about?
Curve, but learning tools, you know, so that we can get by. And there. Is that a little bit better? You see my face? That's a little bit red, but
that's what's up.
I have to get off of here so that I can finish up just my evening.
Okay, that's the first.
Actually, brush my teeth tonight.
Get off.
Somewhere. I wish I had
that
a hotel,
I've heard.
but I don't really want to spend the money. And I spent a bunch of money just getting some marijuana right now. Like, I was so upset. At the dispensary, they rob you in some areas because of taxes. I thought, what are you talking about? What? It was $20 untaxed in one item. $20 in tax on one item. And I was like, no, no. Like, there's something wrong here. Quit robbing and raping everybody. And that's not fair. And I understand that everybody's like, oh, that's so funny. Like, you sitting back and laughing at all of us. Oh. All of us lower classmen.
Not sure.
That's not funny. That's not funny. Unless we end up inheriting the earth and then, like, being able to run it like you did at some point. That's not fair. Where's the cycle? Where's the, like...
That's a good question, Dizzy.
Where's the balance in that? Where does it come back around? So, yeah, that's why I don't try to struggle too hard, because I learned that many years ago, and then fighting for things, it just makes things worse. And the same thing with, like, the divorce. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to accept it. I'm just going to accept you're crazy, and everybody can say I'm crazy. Don't care. Don't care. Whatever. And so, yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. I wish I could practice accents and also some different, like, dialects of things, different languages. I wish I knew more.
Yeah. I guess there's since it's state by state, there's no regulation.
I'm glad everybody's being nice to me today. I guess because it's positive. And like I said, we are all crazy in our own way. So that's why I tell everybody, own up to it. Be yourself. As long as you're not harming other people, that's all right. But if you're sitting there pretending like you're not harming anyone, and in actuality say you're harming yourself, that is also reflected on those around you. So if you think that you don't have a drug abuse problem, if you don't, like my brother with the Suboxone and everything, you need to get off of that. It's not healthy for you. It makes me feel very sad that you can't comprehend that that's eating away at your brain and your passion for life. It's eating away, and that's what they said about the marijuana for me. They were like, oh, you're gonna get worse. Actually, I got way better. So now I need to regulate it and have less of it. If I had a safe place to breastfeed, I probably wouldn't smoke so much. I'm going to be completely honest. Just like a couple puffs here and there. That's how I was to regulate and maintain. Nothing, not a big deal. Just to keep me high throughout the day. So I can deal with other people's bullshit. You know? Like, you can't just expect that things are going to get better if you can't confront people about their issues and confront yourself in the mirror about your own issues.
Yeah, she really is fucked up.
So,
sometimes when watching Latitty, I am just at a loss for words sometimes.
I wanted to make sure that I was set up in an area, too, that I would get some of the better care. And also, hopefully, a female. I will freak the fuck out if there is a male gynecologist trying to birth this fucking baby. I will freak the fuck out. And I know that that's going to sound really bad. And if I end up in the fucking psych ward for throwing and screaming, fuck you. I told you, no, don't get down there. The only thing that's supposed to be down there is babies coming out and my husband going in. Like, that's all I think is, like, that's obviously what I was created for. I wasn't created for everyone.
She's very addicted to pot.
So, yeah. This is a horrifying experience.
Oh, that's what's up, Dizzy. I didn't know that.
This is not fun at all. Oh my God. 65. Oh, for an ounce. Okay, sorry. I misread that. I thought it was for an eighth. But 65 for an ounce? Fuck yeah. I need to go travel to some other places. Oh, actually, I had to have a card prior to that if I'm going to purchase in Oklahoma. I have to get the extension, which is like $50 just to go for a 30-day pass.
She's literally
Oklahoma.
She was staying with her parents a little while ago, but
haven't paid for.
She is literally so insane.
Oh,
that must be like shake.
Oh. Oh, yes, some dispensaries do offer discounts for disability. You know?
I don't know.
And I've just been doing the recreational thing at this point.
She's literally too insane for her mom.
Well, see, that's what I said, too. Even when I went to my doctor's visits with my daughter, and I told them when the guy came
she
in,
is killed.
when I was 37 weeks along,
do I have to?
And he fired me from
I read
the
this every
there,
time I stream Letitia, but
I told people that's gotta
I
be
feel
illegal
like I should.
Because there in the state of Arkansas, it's a violation. Especially, I wasn't diagnosed with PTSD yet, but it was 2 years prior to being diagnosed. So you've got to understand that she was still fucking there. I told them I didn't want any guys down there. So they violated me. And then they kicked me out from that clinic, and then I had to go give birth up in Little Rock, which was actually a pleasant
I'm not
experience.
sure where to even start explaining this.
Right now,
what's important to know is Letitia herself said
it's somewhere familiar,
that
so I understand when
she had to place 8 puppies into a freezer because the puppies were pit bull mixes. She states that her county has a ban on owning pit bulls, so she had no other option but place them in a freezer. As she knew that no one in her area would purchase a banned dog breed.
It's better than
you may be asking, why a freezer? Well, Letitia chose a freezer because she was taught that was the most humane way to euthanize a dog.
If they're new
she claims to have learned this while employed at the Kelly Veterinary Clinic, KVC. As can be expected, someone reached out to KVC to confirm this, and much to no one's shock, KVC responded saying it would never do that, and they don't know who Letitia is.
Nobody should use those vape pens because the vapor is not good for our lungs.
Vapor's bad? Okay. But real smoke's good? That makes sense. She's also talked about another dog that died, number 9, under her care, while she was still married to BKC.
Ooh, I wanna go
her
to
retelling of the story is that her and BKC went out to a neighborhood yard sale and left the dog out back.
Very close.
In their, I believe, fenced-in yard. She came back to the dog dead, and instead of her realizing her negligence, most likely killed the dog. An example, heat exhaustion. She believes her neighbors killed the dog out of jealousy because the dog was pretty.
And there's this guy. And
she then talked about her poodle mix, Chi-Chi Baby,
and how he wants
and
me to
stated
come and
that
stay with
Chi-Chi
him.
Baby,
And
number
it doesn't have to
10,
be sexual or anything like
by
that.
essentially
but he still feels something for me
killing
that is
itself
not,
off the back of a recliner onto her neck.
But, and I've not even really
then there was
him.
another
He's
poodle
just been
mix
watching
she
some of my
owned
videos,
that
I guess,
died.
and then messaging me. And
number
then he
11,
talks to these other people
due
with
to
their
a broken
websites.
back caused by Parker Green Snyder. I have no idea who this guy is or how he plays into her bigger story, but it totally wasn't her, guys.
Mean well,
Letitia also states that Parker ran away to Europe after breaking the dog's back and forcing her to have an abortion.
And then when people get
lastly, there's another
realize,
pit bull she mentions. I assume the mother of the litter she put in the freezer. But she talks about returning home to a headless dog when someone or something destroyed her dog. I don't know if this makes it dog number 12 or not, but I thought I'd include it nonetheless.
If we all had that certain allotment, and that's talking about a communistic mindset.
She did something with the bunny too.
Sounds bad, but you know, in the Republican.
Yeah.
So like my therapist bragged
about butchering a rabbit.
As a republic as opposed to a democracy because of the different issues. I want to talk to him so badly, but I just haven't because I'm just so stressed. And I know that's counter.
Hold on, I need to get more water.
Counterintuitive, or not really. Okay, it's counterproductive. That's what the word. Sorry. Okay, counterproductive. I'm so tired still. Like, I have not slept well. I just want to cuddle up, and I want to be held, and by nobody else but the father. And that sounds insane, because they're like, well, you filed against him. What were you thinking if you wouldn't have done that? What are you talking about? I gave him a week. He didn't fucking talk to me. What was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? So, like, you can't just mistreat ladies like that and expect that I'm just gonna, like, be okay with it. That's crazy. You're crazy, and that was rape then. Fuck you. Like, that is not okay. Like, you mistreat me like that. You treat me like trash, like a cum dumpster. No. And these horrible words that come out of my mouth because they, you know, this is what I hear and what people tell me, calling me a whore and shit. And then I woke up. When was it? Was it this morning that they were talking all that smack to me about being a whore? God. Maybe. In the past. But not like this last few years. I was really trying to appropriate myself better. And trying not to fall back on those bad habits. So, anywho, I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm scared, and all I want is the father of this child, and that makes no sense to me. It makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, she does love the great
Leticia, you can't always get what you want. Well, what about the things that I need? What about the things that I need then? How about
like
that?
I'm not gonna lie, like I like the word too.
You know, running water, and I need a toilet. How about that? How about the fact that I need somebody to help me with this
I don't
baby?
use it the way she does. How about the fact that I need somebody
to, like, help manage me sometimes because I get lost because of all the trauma? How about I need a father to this baby if I want to keep him? So, and how about I need this baby to help me with my emotional stability? But nobody cares. Nobody cares about Leticia. Everybody's made that perfectly clear. They harass me constantly.
I had no idea it could happen to me.
Why?
Like,
is it funny to see me cry?
I had no idea.
Is it funny to see me sad? Because a lot of times you guys cut off the camera when I start crying because you don't want to see it. You don't want to deal with it.
I say it a lot because
this is so sad. Yes, it is sad.
I want people to know that it could happen to anyone.
I didn't do anything that fucking vulgar and that unforgivable that would cause me to suffer.
But I don't use it the way that she does.
In this day and age. I'm just weird. I should talk to my dad to see if he's got anywhere that I could, like, hunker down. But I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah, I'm talking real shit.
I want to talk to the father of this...
I talk real shit.
Yeah, the father of this baby. I want to tell him, fuck you. That's all I'd say. Fuck you. And then I'd just stare at him. And he'd be like, what the fuck? And I'd be like, yeah, what the fuck, man? What the fuck were you thinking?
I'm sorry, Dizzy. No one deserves that shit. No one at all.
I'm so mad. I am so mad. How can you sit there and mistreat a lady like that? Like someone you don't even know. Don't even realize that has been working on their life for years now. And you just fucked it all up for her because you injected her with something she couldn't get rid of.
Yeah, Mendelicious.
If you can sue for STDs, you should be able to sue for children. Like that. For sure. The truth. You should be able to sue the person. Hey, you didn't disclose that we were going to get pregnant because you decided not to come back with a fucking plan B. Like, I should be able to sue your ass. And also, you should end up in jail. Or, you know, at the very least in jail for a while. If not in prison. Because that's technically, I knew better. And everyone knew I knew better. And all of my medical records state that. What do your medical records state? That you go off and you fuck random bitches randomly. And you've got random kids everywhere. You fucking filthy whore. Ow. 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 Filthy fucking whore. Oh. I would beat the shit out of you if I could. I totally would. God. Oh, my fucking everything hurts.
Yes, your
My uterus hurts. Oh my God.
It's always a fun drinking game.
I didn't expect that I would have to be going through this.
To drink every time she says that she's gonna get off.
That's nice that people supported me because I chose to keep the baby. I was so confused. I mean, I really don't understand even if this is a blessing for me. And I understand I shouldn't look at things like, okay, what am I gonna get out of it? You know? I know that. But it still doesn't hurt
they're real.
Any less.
A lot of them are real.
Like, without a baby after I give him away. Like, that's sad. I know, I am tired and hormonal. I just wish I could lay in bed for a while and have people bring me things. Like, just bring me stuff and just massage me. And also the father of
do everything for me.
I can do him. And just be like, okay.
I don't want to have to do anything. Do everything for me.
Then that's so perverse. But, no, I just want to cuddle him. Is that weird? I want him to spoon me again. I want the same interaction.
See, she wants to go back to this person.
Why?
That apparently raped her.
I feel so ashamed and humiliated to think that I'm actually super hyper aroused by what happened between the father and I. That's sick. And I guess it's normal because of my, sexual trauma from childhood and everything growing up. I understand. But that doesn't make it okay. That doesn't mean that it's something like my fetish is a breeding fetish. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I kept it under wraps for so long, because people have their fetishes, they've got their preferences, and mine is just to be in a wholesome and loving relationship. And so that's what I think about when I fornicate randomly. And
I think most people want to be in a wholesome, loving relationship.
What? Oh, that's very kind of you.
Yep, me.
I'm not having any contractions at the moment, but I am very scared, like, moment to moment. I hope they don't take it away right away and just be like, oh, you're a terrible bitch. Like, we hate you. That's so sad. I just want to go hide somewhere in a cave.
No one deserves
it. That's what I want. I'm so very sad and scared.
It sadly happens to way too many people.
I'm not stupid. I know how much I love it already, and people.
But
that's
why I talk about it, because
I have to get it all out.
I want
to send it off to the universe so that they can deal with it. And like, here you go. Here you go.
Because I certainly didn't.
I was also telling you too.
Didn't
why am I so in love with
realize
that guy?
that it could happen
December
to me.
4th. Why? Why am I so obsessed with him? And everybody said you're obsessed with him, and I was like, no, I'm not. Yes, I am. I'm still obsessed over him.
Well, let me find it.
I know what my issues are. And that's loving people that are abusive. I know that. I'm fucking crazy. So
yeah, you are.
I can't help it. I don't understand it. It would still be like if
this
he
is
came
the
back
profile
at this
picture.
very moment, I would still be loving toward him and still be understanding and considerate.
Is this the same person?
All they do is abuse me. I don't want that anymore. I can't do that anymore. I have to stand up for myself. I have to say no. And that's just... It's just, you know... That's the compromise you have to make with the universe. Like, if you don't want this abuse to happen anymore, you can't accept it from anybody anymore. You can't accept their apologies anymore. They didn't do right by you, and they never will. And that's why it's so sad, because I'm trying to be strong for this child of mine too, and understand I can't keep you because there's nothing I have to offer to you. Nothing. I'm very sad and scared and confused. And then also too, everybody's like, oh, you shouldn't talk, you know, if you talk then they can incriminate you on stuff, or the more you talk. I don't care how much I talk. I still feel like I'm pretty innocent in all of this, and I'm pretty sure that I didn't do anything wrong, and I don't understand it. So, and then people tell me, well, that is illegal, certain aspects of stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, they abused me. Yeah, they didn't give me a public defender in the first instance in my divorce, and I was disabled. Like, oh, all these things are illegal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's
gotcha.
disabled.
They just took advantage of me, and they just left me for dead. Oh, and then they put me on a bunch of psych meds so that I would try to kill myself. Oh, because they didn't want their secrets coming out. Oh, okay. And they say I'm paranoid. Right? I mean, like, they're literally paranoid to the point where they would kill me off. All these people.
Letitia, go to defense for any of her actions is that she is a disabled citizen, meaning law enforcement officer can't take her into custody. The court cannot restrict her access to her daughter, and she cannot be held accountable for threats of suicide/homicide.
Thank you so much, Teresa. That's very kind of you. I mean, crazy is subjective. You know, people think I'm crazy for opening up to everyone. People think I'm crazy for divulging
You'll
so
see
much
that she's
private
often
information.
the aggressor, but once Elio appears, she turns into a damsel in distress who is having a panic attack from her PTSD and is only acting out because it's her daughter's birthday soon and she's on her period.
I don't want that. I think that's terrible.
Blah, blah, blah.
I think if the father didn't want anything to do with it, then he shouldn't have anything to do with it and stay away. There's no reason for anybody to get involved. If that's how you're going to see it, is that I'm the issue, go away.
Which I guess could be considered disabled, but not in the way she thinks.
So that he has nothing to do with it. Thank you for the donation. It's the truth, though. And it's like, people don't understand where I'm coming from because they think I'm trying to manipulate the situation.
People invite her to their houses.
You stay away from me. I love you from a distance.
Yeah, people think I'm crazy for freezing puppies.
Is he deleting people that are donating to me? That's weird. Well, it doesn't matter. I don't really want donations. I mean, it's not even about that. And right now I have money to sustain myself for a few days.
In California,
so it's not really a big deal.
It's the code where they
and please don't delete people that are doing stuff that
involuntarily
nice. But then again, too, I don't want to have to repay anyone.
Placed in a psych ward.
So I feel weird about things that are offered to me or given to me. I have a weird mentality. I think
34 hours,
I don't understand why
48,
people me. I don't get
and then they have to get a court order
because people don't understand me. And they think that I'm weaker.
Another court order to
I just
hold
let
you
people
longer.
Get away with things. I'm like, no, I'm not weaker. That just makes me stronger because I knew better. And also, too, they're fucked. Like, that's why I just
72
tell people,
hours.
that's why I go along with stuff. If that's what you want to perceive, if that's what you want to tell me, or whatever, if that's your reality, then that's cool. I'm like the father of this baby. I told him how upset I was. I was like, and then he said, we're never gonna see each other again. Dun dun dun. That was 5 days after the incident.
Yeah, it's just
right.
The code in California, and for some reason, it's kind of what everybody just calls it. But different places call it different things.
Him not being around for the pregnancy or anything, that's so sad.
Yes, I did.
Like to be so
I did.
Mean to people. I don't really.
I
like
saw
to
the
be
comment,
so, like,
and
cut you off forever
I knew.
If you needed me,
I knew what she was gonna. I knew what she was gonna say,
where it's
and
like, yeah, fuck you. And
honestly, I'm worse.
Like,
I'm worse to myself than she could ever be to me. So
I don't give a shit that I talked about that dream about my brother getting fucked in the ass.
Weekends and holidays don't count.
He did it to himself by pushing me, and I caught it on video, and him snatching my phone. You need some time out, sir. I call him a boy, and he flips out. Get over yourself. Learn how to deal with words. And get off the fucking drugs. I'm making you crazy. You call me crazy. Whatever. Saying I'm crazy. No. And I detoxed and everything, and I'm not on any medicine. I'm not on anything aside from marijuana and vitamins. I know, I'm having some foul language this evening. I'm just upset. I'm trying to be positive. I do push people away. Why? Why do I push people away? I know why. Because I don't want to get emotionally involved because it hurts. We're already going on an hour and a half of this.
Weekends and holidays should count. They're regular days.
There was nothing really else that I wanted to convey aside from some of these messages that I had. Oh, and then somebody was saying messages too on there about, let me see.
Oh, I wasn't even listening. Did she say that she needed to get off?
Why does everyone think that he paid for a plan B? Is that what he's telling you? Oh, and somebody did make a comment that said that he can't really talk right now because it's what his attorney had told him.
She doesn't have any right.
Because if he had to get an attorney for all of this, then he knows he's guilty. And that's sad, because then now he got to know who the real Leticia is, I'm sure.
Okay, then I'm going to take another hit of weed.
If he wanted to.
I'm going to take another dab.
You really did fuck with somebody that was innocent. You really did hurt somebody, really, hardcore like that. You make her cry, and she's probably carrying your kid, and, like, that's mean. You're a cruel person. You're evil. And because you had someone else around Christmas, and I tried to give you a gift, instead, you didn't want it. You didn't want it, and I was like, oh, it's not a gift. Oh, you're right. It's not a gift. He's not a gift. He's just trouble. He's the opposite of a gift. He's a curse. I never anticipated having to see him again. That's why when I just told myself he'll get his karma after December 9th, and I went to the emergency room to try to file. Like after 3 hours, I was just fed up with it. I was like, whatever, he'll get his karma. And then I ended up pregnant, and I thought, why am I part of the karma? Why am I part of his karma? Why does this have to be? Why do I have to suffer for 9 months or so to try to, create life for someone that hates me, that wanted nothing to do with me aside from one night, That's very hard. Because he knew.
Maybe you should have known.
I wasn't that type of girl. He knew
that
that I was being good. He knew that I wasn't being overly flirtatious.
Having a child is a potential outcome of having unprotected sex.
Why would baby choose him as the father? Why would December 4th be worth fathering this child, you know?
It's Delta 8. Delta 8 hits harder than regular
Yes, I do
dab.
want this baby, but people do make me too upset to admit any of that. That's actually very true. My CPTSD does cause a lot of these issues. And that's where I try to explain to people I was misdiagnosed. You're not seeing that. You're seeing me as bipolar, like you can't trust my words or actions. That's completely untrue. I'm very self-disciplined. I'm very organized. I'm very credible. And most people don't want to see that.
Someone
because
send
of my
your
record.
money.
And that's where I was talking to that guy too earlier. And he was making it out to be like he can't be, you know, called out, can't share his name, can't, you know, expose any of that. The baby is not damned by my words. The baby
I feel
is
like Delta
damned
8
by the
is what people call, people describe indica as.
And then they put me in jail. And then all of this got even worse.
But I don't really see a big difference between
Karma
like
and
indica and sativa.
It's about energy. It's not technically like whatever the words are. It's just about the energy and the flow of nature. So, yeah.
I don't know.
Everything can be considered both a curse and a blessing at the same time as well. And people don't see that. They're like, well, no, babies are nothing but blessings. Until you realize that if that baby is ripped away from you, that it's a curse, that you had to love something so immensely and to have it ripped away from you, that's awful. Okay. So people just like to say things. I like that when people argue on here and I'm like, ooh, who's the one that's in the right and who's the one that's in the wrong? And like, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's just a lot of fun. I need to get off of here though.
Oh, that's 3.
I mean, I don't expect donations. I appreciate them, though. It really does help. And I do need to try to do, like, paying my car payment and stuff so I can worry about all that crap. But I'm very worried. I'm very kind of concerned. And I don't know if I should talk to my dad or not. Oh, well, good.
You'd probably like Delta 8 dizzy then.
But I think that people say this stuff so that I can relay this stuff so that they can take excerpts of my videos so that they can try to use it against me and twist my words. So that's why people get me to comment on things, because they know I'm so naive. I just repeat things. See, there's thank you for the donation. Because they like to catch me on these things so that they can manipulate it for everyone else. And that's why I know they know I'm innocent, because I'm not trying to get anything over on anybody. I want to keep this baby, but I don't really want to keep it without a dad to it, and I don't want to ever think about the dad just running around having more kids and being allowed to do that. That's not fair to us females that are stuck with a random kid all of a sudden, and like our bodies destroyed, our lives are destroyed. We're just
I'm weird. I really don't really feel
fathers.
Much of a difference between
I don't want to be a side chick. Fuck that.
The two strains.
I want to be the fucking main dish, bitch. That's funny. I say that with my big ass belly. That's disgusting. And some people are like, oh no, pregnant women are so hot, and like, ugh. And I'm just like, ugh, I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. Ugh. I wish I could be with the father right now. I wish, and I know that sounds crazy, because it's like, it's not like he got physically violent with me. Well, sexually, that's still physical. But he didn't hit me. And so then I think about that, and I'm just like, well, as long as you don't hit me. And then I think about, like, and that sounds crazy, because I should stand up for myself. I should have more self-respect than that. But then I'm aroused by it. Why? Why am I so confused? Why? And I have no one to talk to about this, so that's why I just openly talk about it and hope that other people will explain to me why. Why is my life so fucked up? For real, please. Like, I want a family so badly, and I feel like this is not the way to create a family. Who does this? I know that I could eventually have like a father to the baby, and you know, I could just use the guy for the child support, but that's not what I was looking for or intending from a child. And like, how am I supposed to jumpstart? And people are like, well, if you get a child, then you get housing, then you get this, you get that. They'll help you with this, they'll help you with funds with that. No! It's not the point, it's the principle of the thing. And if he was already married too, I'm even more horrified. I cannot even imagine how fucking ashamed this baby is going to be, knowing the way he was fucking conceived and everything like that. How fucking
especially
terrible.
With all these videos on the internet. He's not gonna be proud of
his dad because he's gonna come from me and he's gonna hear it from my side and be like, oh my god, you hurt my mom. Like, that's my mom.
Her username,
so,
Love Notes for TLC,
don't be crazy. People are crazy.
Is the initials of her daughter that she's not allowed to see.
I told the father, I think it's a boy from the very beginning.
So she intended these to be videos for
he probably is like waiting. He's like, oh shit,
her daughter that she's not allowed to see.
Like, hey, you've got a son.
Because that's her initials.
No, don't tell him. Keep him away from me. Just tell me about it, and that's it. And then we won't get anybody else involved because everybody wants to mistreat me. I would like to know. I'm not saying I don't. Of course, everybody's curious. And then curiosity kills the cat. So then I'm just like, ooh, maybe I don't want to know? Like, don't care. Like, I go in between all the time. And people think that that's unstable. No, it's completely being stable because I'm...
Oh, no.
Looking at it from all perspectives. So just because I weigh in, and I'm not trying to be manipulative at all, I just see it from a wide range, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Okay, but no, seriously, come on. Like, who doesn't just have the father own up to this shit?
Oh my god.
I should be cuddling my husband right now, not fucking waiting around for some bastard child and being scared in my car. I should be in somebody's bed, which is my husband, which, you know, that's how I thought it was going to go down the next time I had a baby. That he was going to be there and be like rubbing on my belly the way my ex-husband didn't. The way my ex-husband didn't dote on me, didn't want shit to do with me because I was overweight and just swollen and gross.
Yep, dizzy.
I am gross. I'm gross and I'm sad, and people see that and they see that they can prey upon me, and they do. And I knew that. So I tried to avoid it. But you can't always avoid people because sometimes you want to reach out and sometimes you want to believe the best in what they're saying. But no, sometimes. Thank you. Thanks for calling me not gross. It makes me feel a little bit better. I think that it was irreplaceable too. Like, you can't replace the love that I offered my Tootsie. And then they took her away anyway because they didn't see it from anybody else's perspective. And I thought, did you not do the investigation? Did you not look into all of the programs that I went to with my daughter and like for my daughter so that you knew that I wasn't doing any of whatever they're saying? And also, they're the ones that got violent with me, but then the record stated I was the one, it was allegedly I assaulted them, 2 family members. I'm sorry, what? I want to kill somebody. Who the fuck said that? Because I didn't fight back at all. I was on all this fucking hydrocodone from the dentist. Didn't want to fight. Didn't want to argue. Was stressed the fuck out. I'm always mistreated. Why? Why is this stuff happening to me? I swear to God. And I told everyone, you could sue for that. But since I don't have the money to sue, then that makes the difference. It makes the world of difference. Because then nobody cares. They're like, oh, she's not going to file proceedings?
Give balance back to the world
again. If she can't make the money to file proceedings, that's even better. That's why we keep her without money.
Rivers.
That's why they stole my iPhone. Who does that? I spent $500 on that iPhone. And then when I got taken to the psych ward that day that I got naked in the storage unit, they took it away from me. And when I went to go back to look for that extra set of keys and that iPhone, is I still have the case for it, so I still have the numbers for it. I have the proof that I had purchased it, and through the AT&T store. So they know exactly where that fucking phone is.
Yes,
There's always a way of finding out.
That's one way of putting it.
So I'm very upset. Why would you take this stuff from me? Why would you take my curling iron and my straightener? That was a $100 straightener that I had for many years that was offered to me as a gift. I take care of my stuff. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I'm pretty grateful though. I don't mind going without things because I know there are so many others in the world that have it so much worse. I see it all the time. Like I was telling you about that family outside of the cafe, and then I was cut off from being able to disclose what I had seen, and one of the, they had a little baby with them. And it was like a couple of females, maybe just one, and a bunch of men. And the female was obviously the mom to the baby, and the baby was toddling around, so she was probably between 1 and 2 years old. I would say about 1.5 years old. And she was walking around, but all she had on was a white onesie. And
it's a name.
It was covered in stains, and
River
she was holding a handful of coins. And all I wanted to do was just, give them money. I also didn't want to be disrespectful by offering the money, because you never know if they're fine and they're just there, so that's one thing. But they looked like they needed assistance, and I wish I could have offered it in some way or another. And the little baby had this crazy curly hair that was sticking up all kind of like matted, like when I was a kid, when I first started getting hair. And yeah, I saw so much of that, and I thought, wow. And I just had a meal, and I spent, even with tax, and it was for my breakfast, or with tax and as well as tip, was $17. And I thought, wow, like if the things are getting pricey, I understand that. I splurge on myself. I'm very spoiled. I get these things, $9 for 2 shakes. I know how fortunate I am. I know how blessed I am, and that's why I try to offer back when I can, and also to just sit down and listen to people.
What do you offer back?
Here and there. But I'm just, and that's why when people are like, well, you complain too much. Well, this is my personal life. This is my personal story. I want it to be better than what it is. I don't want to end up, reverting back to that where I've got a little toddler on my hip that's covered in, food stains and dirty. No, I would never. Like, no thank you. Like, even with my daughter, I had all the amenities for her, and all the extras, the changing table, the crib, all these things I got through donation or finding on clearance, or just happenstance in the really nice changing table that I had that was nice wood, solid and sturdy. It was like a $120, I think, changing table that I had gotten for $20 over at the furniture factory outlet. And I just looked around for the things because I had to make sure that I had everything situated for my Tootsie. And I always made sure.
Yep.
And my ex-husband didn't put in a lot of that. I placed in a lot of the effort because I thought,
she doesn't realize that pregnancy
I didn't have any
is an
issues with offering every bit of what I had. And that's why,
possibly likely outcome.
Sometimes I do worry because somebody said something,
sex.
And they gave me one of their, I don't know why they have transcripts of discussing me. Sometimes they discuss me in whatever transcripts and whatever forum that they have. I don't know what it's called. It starts with a D.
Yep.
I can't remember what it's called. But so these people talk about me sometimes, and somebody said something about there's going to be somebody that tries to kidnap me because they're so in love with me, they're going to try to kidnap me. And I thought, that's funny. Like, that's really funny. You guys are so weird. Why would you say weird stuff like that? I don't think anybody really would. They know I have a ping on my phone. They know it would be very difficult to get away with, just like, unless they were some part of the authorities, which that frightens me even more. Because I'm like, oh my God, what if they were? Because that's horrifying. And I know that they experiment on people, and people disappear randomly, and I'm like, oh my God, is that going to be me? Is that going to be me one day? Oh my God. You're very sweet. Thank you, Teresa.
Yeah. I know they communicate.
Aw. Yes, but I don't want to look for any more, Reese. Good night. Sleep tight. Yes, I need to get off of here too. You're right. I don't really know about looking for more resources. I'm kind of like really upset about that. I'm like, well, own up to what you've done. I wouldn't have been looking for this many resources had I not had another Tootsie to fucking care for. Jesus Christ. So, I hope everyone is having a good week though. Start to your week. And I love you all very much. I know if nobody will notice, but then that's why I'm like, well, that's why I chronicle every day. That's why I make sure to send photos every day, take pictures, and that's why I did it too when I would get dressed up and before meeting any cuddlers or anything. I always made sure
lots of money
that I had evidence of what I looked like and that it was posted publicly and that if I disappeared, that's how it went. So, and I would tell them, everything can be tracked and traced. And we all know that in this day and age.
Yeah, Moses.
And I understand it's kind of manipulative, where it's like, okay, they thought they could get away with something. Well, excuse me, what? Did you not realize that everything is recorded now? Everything is, trackable? Oh, thank you. You stay safe also. I love you guys very much, and I'm going to get off of here. I hope I don't get snatched up. I hope that I have, enough money to maintain myself.
That's 5.
And, sustain all of what's going on. He would have to know that he was born from a rape unless the father does right by the situation, which I don't see happening anytime soon because everybody says they're nonsense of their paperwork. Fuck your paperwork and your court shit.
Labyrinth is good.
I swear to God, if we had him talking to me, then he would be with his dick between his legs. Oh, you're right. Oops. And I would love to get 35. That on fucking phone. Our conversation. You told me we would never see each other again. Here
Older
we
than
fucking
Ashley,
are,
but
bitch. I know I'm not supposed to be that disrespectful, and I'm sure that if I called him a bitch to his face, he'd want to punch me. But I don't care.
Lots of people sending Cash App monies.
We'll fucking get it out, and then what? Makeup sex. Makeup sex. No. No! Don't touch me. You're a filthy animal. Thank you, everybody, for being so supportive. What would the father have to be doing to do it? What would the father
the
have
mod
to do
deleted,
to be
do you
doing
make
right?
money off YouTube?
Well, he would have to at least talk to me. He would actually have to face me and to tell me, hey, guess what? Oops. I'm sorry I didn't get you that plan B that you were wanting so badly. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I just went through hell and gave birth to your fucking kid. And you were nowhere to be seen because you were busy and, 8, 9 inches deep in someone else. So, yeah, I don't know. I know, when you're celibate, it's so much better. That's why I was trying to just keep to myself. Thank you so much, Sandra. I appreciate that.
Yeah, David Bowie's, there's IP2. I love David Bowie.
What does that mean? What's IP2?
What's IP2?
So, anyway. I love you guys very much, and I hope you're having a good day. And I hope people stop being so crazy. And I love you very much, and I hope that you get proper amounts of mental health and, work on yourself and your overall health and
IP2's kind of discovered her.
Trying to do positive things every day. I tried today. Not much happened. I think I'm gonna go get a hydro massage at one of these locations.
Iggy Pop too.
Drive, but I'm like, whatever. It's smelly.
David Bowie basically like.
Because I have to sit so much. I don't like this at all. I just want to lay down.
Strain Iggy Pop out and.
Somebody feed me grapes. Somebody feed me grapes. And vegan cheese. Vegan cheese. And some figs.
She didn't say when, but sure it counts.
A hydro massage is where like the water jets are inside of the massage bed, and the jets are
IP2.
Putting pressure on your body, and like
it's
the
a community of trolls
it's better
and
than
live
than
streamers.
Like, I don't have anyone massaging
IRL
me,
live
and I don't
streamers.
intend to have just some random dudes. Even though I had that homeless guy, which, what the hell? And he wasn't like that unattractive, but then
quite something.
It's completely, what is the word? Repulsive when they start talking to me in such a manner. It's completely disgusting.
Gucci's.
God bless everyone. God bless everyone. So, I love you guys very much, and thanks for listening, and thanks for talking to me, because I'm very scared and lonely and sad, all of it all at once. I don't know what to do.
I miss
more
Speedy
than just that stuff
when
earlier
he
today.
actually like streams more often
to not
and
want to eat,
wasn't
and
sober.
I know that that's also a sign of labor, that I'm gonna end up like the weird. I'm scared.
Yeah, that kind of was a 7.
I want the fucking asshole father to be a good guy, and I want him to do right by this baby. And even if that's just like helping it pass into the world, which is crazy because I shouldn't be so considerate. I shouldn't be so considerate. I shouldn't be so understanding, and I shouldn't be so like. I wouldn't say I'm submissive as much as I am just sort of like to compromise, and I don't mind that. But that's not compromise when you just leave me for 9 fucking months. What is wrong with you, you piece of trash?
This is a Letitia. Letitia's a really good drinking game.
Don't talk like that. I wouldn't be here without him. That's gross. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You wouldn't be here. Like, it wouldn't be a hassle for me. I wouldn't be screaming about this. I wouldn't be hormonal. I wouldn't be angry. I wouldn't be stressed the fuck out to this extreme. It's all the father's fault, not mine. I love you. I love you. I need to calm the fuck down. I love everybody. I do have enough for a room, so I need to... Did you really send that? No way you did. I'll have to check it. Sometimes I don't get notices on my donation thing. If I do have the money for a room, I'm totally gonna go for a room, even though it's late, because I can't do this right now. I can't get in and out of the fucking car. It's getting rough. It's getting very rough. I'm scared. I'm very scared. Sometimes I feel guilty just for being kind. Sometimes I feel guilty because then people think I'm stupid. And I'm not, like... I'm not trying to hurt anybody. People are crazy. Yeah, I should go get a hydro massage. It is so good. Especially with some of the gyms that offer it free as part of the package. That's the only way I get them, is through my insurance, being able to allot it. I hope I'll be able to get a room. I'm very tired. Yes, I live in my car. I've been living in my car for almost 2 years now.
Lots of people say they're sending shit on Cash App, but they don't really specify how much.
Yeah, maybe I will go back online if I get a room. Then I'll have less stress. But it is already pretty late. It's 9 p.m. and normally I just try to refrain so that I don't splurge, because, you know, check-in is at 3 p.m. and it would be a waste for me, in my mind, to get a room. Just might as well, you know, find places to urinate and stuff and sleep without anybody hurting me. And then I go to get a room, because I try not to overindulge, and I've never really been able to get rooms like that before. So anyway, I love you guys very much, and thank you so much for taking care of me and my emotional well-being too. I'm very glad that this was a positive feed. It has a lot to do with the fact that I'm placing some positivity out there. I get that. That's the flow of nature, the flow of energy. I love you guys very much. I hope you have a wonderful week, and thank you for spending time with me. I hope that you've all stayed hydrated, as well as, worked on yourselves a little bit today. I have to go though, and I know you guys keep talking. I like to spend time with people, but not all the time. Like, he moves sometimes and it startles me, and it's gotten to the point where he's so big that like the shift is really weird.
No, she got distracted.
I tried to dance a little bit yesterday, just spun around.
She got distracted. We're gonna see a 10.
Checked my balance.
Don't worry.
It worked out okay. I didn't pop out any baby yet, so hopefully it'll be okay. I do need to do some squats though, just in preparation. Something's going on. I gotta go use the restroom. What the fuck? Uh-oh. I think it's just pee though. I'm gonna go try to find a bathroom. I love you guys very much. Have a wonderful week.
10.
Today is August 22nd.
Is that 11?
Leticia Collins Servin. I'm 38 and a half weeks pregnant right now. Bye-bye.
Okay, 11. I think it's P. Well, well, that was fun. Guess I'm gonna end it here, unless there is anyone else interesting live. Dragon Lord Frodo is doing a sleep stream. I think Yella told me about these people.
I'm down. Stay on fucking bed. Yeah, you were. No, I wasn't. We went to the goddamn phase. That was not outside. We sat inside her apartment. Fuck you, Dave.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Oh, shit.
Cool Taste was live. Not right now. Cobes showed Cool Taste's Cash App card number, like all of the details on the camera. And it was completely covered in filth. Yeah. It was great. But I don't think Cool Taste has more than $20. But maybe he's gonna blame Cobra. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Okay, good night, everyone. If Ashley goes live, I'll be on Twitch. Twitch.tv/lazy2yo, but, I don't know if she will or not. But good night, everyone. Talk to y'all later.